We are going to discuss what to do when you disagree with assessed services that are provided by DDD or DDD Health Plans. The Division of Developmental Disabilities empowers individuals with developmental disabilities to lead self-directed, healthy, and meaningful lives. DDD provides supports and services for eligible Arizonans. The division works with many people and strives to ensure the member or responsible person are happy with the services provided to support independence. At times, a decision is made to deny, reduce, suspend, or terminate a service, and the member or responsible person disagrees. The support coordinator will review the assessments, the member's weekly schedule, service requests, and any other information the team gives. The division makes every effort to come to a team agreement. If an agreement cannot be made, the member or responsible person has the option to bring the support coordinator's supervisor into the team discussion. During this time, the team would go over the entire planning document to review the assessed services. If the team is still unable to reach a decision about the assessed services, the member or responsible person would mark the disagree box on the service plan. By selecting disagree on the service plan, it will result in the member or responsible person receiving a Notice of Adverse Benefit Determination or NOA letter from the division. The letter will be sent within 14 days of the disagreement. The letter will be mailed certified mail. The NOA explains the reason the service was denied and the member's right to appeal. If the member or responsible person receives a Notice of Adverse Benefit Determination and would like to request an appeal of this action, they must do so within 60 calendar days from the date of the NOA letter. The request for an appeal of the action may be filed either orally or in writing with the DDD's Office of Administrative Review at Arizona Department of Economic Security, Division of Developmental Disabilities, Office of Administrative Review, 4000 North Central Avenue, 3rd floor, Suite 301. Mail drop 2HE5, Phoenix, Arizona 85012. By phone at 602-771-8163 or 855-888-3106, or by email at DDD Office of Compliance at azdes.gov. DDD's Office of Administrative Review will acknowledge receipt of the appeal in writing within 5 calendar days, assist the member or responsible person with the completion of forms and other steps upon request, ensure that the member or responsible person are included as a party during the appeal process, respond to the appeal with a written Notice of Appeal Resolution, or NOAR, within 30 days from the date the appeal was filed. The member or responsible person may request an expedited appeal, present information to DDD in person or in writing at any time during the appeal process. At any time during the appeal process, review records and other documents considered before and during the appeal, as long as the documents are not protected from disclosure by law. Members seeking a determination of serious mental illness and members who have been determined to have a serious mental illness can appeal the result of the determination. A serious mental illness, or SMI, is a mental disorder in persons 18 years of age or older that's severe and persistent. Any qualifying Access Behavioral Health Intake provider can perform a serious mental illness or SMI eligibility evaluation. The evaluation will be reviewed by the Access designee who conducts the SMI eligibility determination. The member or responsible person will receive a letter by mail to let them know the final decision on the SMI determination. This letter is called a Notice of Decision. The letter will include information about your rights and how to appeal the decision if you disagree. Persons who have been determined to have serious mental illness can also appeal parts of their treatment plan, including a decision regarding fees or waivers, the assessment report and recommended services in their ISP or individual treatment or discharge plan, the denial, reduction, suspension, or termination of any service that is a covered service funded through non-Title 19 or 21 funds, capacity to make decisions, need for guardianship or other protective services, or need for special assistance. Persons determined to have a serious mental illness cannot appeal a decision to deny, suspend, or terminate services that are no longer available due to a reduction in state funding. If the appeal is denied, the member may go to the next step in the appeals process. The next step is for the member or responsible person to request a hearing. The hearing is called a state fair hearing. A state fair hearing is the last step in the appeals process. When the member or responsible person sends a written request to the Office of Administrative Review for a state fair hearing, the appeal will be sent to Access in 5 business days. A copy of the request will also be sent to the Attorney General's office. Access will schedule a hearing date to be heard by the Arizona Office of Administrative Hearings. An administrative law judge will review your appeal and issue a recommendation. Access will make the final decision about the appeal. The member or responsible person must file a written request for a hearing with the entity that sent the Notice of Appeal resolution. The entities may be the DDD Office of Administrative Review or the DDD Health Plan. The member or responsible person has 120 calendar days from receipt of the appeal decision to file the request. If the member or responsible person does not receive a written appeal decision within 30 calendar days, they have the right to file a request for a hearing with Access. The written request for a hearing must state the issue that is being appealed. A member or responsible person may ask for an expedited or faster review if the member's life or health could be in danger, the member is unable to meet, keep, or maintain their skills, or how they are able to do things by waiting 30 calendar days for a decision. If DDD or the DDD Health Plan agree to make a faster decision, a decision will be made in 72 hours. If the request is denied for a faster decision, the member or responsible person will get a phone call with a follow-up letter in 2 working days. The letter will tell the member or responsible person that they will receive a decision in 30 calendar days. Members can continue to receive services during the appeal process if the appeal involves an end or reduction of the service a member is currently receiving, the service a member was getting was authorized by the division, the original authorization for the service has not expired, the member requests the service continues, the member files the appeal before the intended date of reduction and/or termination, or the member requests the appeal within 10 calendar days of the mailing of the notice, whichever is later. Members will continue to get services until they withdraw the appeal or a decision is made. If it is decided that the decision was correct, the member or responsible person may be responsible for payment of the disputed services the member received while the appeal was being reviewed. Appeals related to physical health services, behavioral health services, seriously mentally ill services, nursing facility services, habilitative physical therapy for members 21 years of age or older, and emergency alert system services should be filed with the member's DDD Health Plan. All other appeals should be filed with the Division's Office of Administrative Review within 60 calendar days from the date of the action. If you have any questions, contact your support coordinator or the DDD Customer Service Center at 844-770-9500, option 1.